This song is crazy. Like every time I hear it, it just hits me. Like every single time. I mean, last weekend, like my usual custom is, I was listening to new songs, and because he has like kind of like redone the song, he's put it into an EP, and so the song comes up, and I hear that first line, and then it hits me yet again. I'm talking about this song by Phil Wickham. And just the beginning of the song, the very first line, the hook of the verse, the first line, he goes, "If you curse me, then I will bless you." I know a lot of people are like, "Hey, Tola, you're not even spiritual. Look at you." Like, that's, yes, I know. I'm still work in progress. But I know this is in the Bible. I know Jesus tells us to bless those who curse us and to love our enemies. But I think there's something about that line. When the song starts and then he starts with that line, "If you curse me, then I will bless you." It just gets me every single time. It goes on to say, "If you hurt me, I will forgive. If you hate me, then I will love you. I choose the Jesus way." Now, this is totally anti-flesh. It's anti-cultural. It's just it is the Jesus way is not the normal way, if you get what I mean, right? And it goes on to the song that he talks about. Now, in the other part of the song is really, really, I can still relate. "If you're helpless, I will defend you." I can do that. "If you're burdened, I'll share the weight." I can do that. "If you're hopeless, then let me show you there's hope in the Jesus way." That is fine. But then he gets to verse 2. Now, verse 2 is crazy. Trust me when I say the song is crazy. Verse 2 is crazy. He says, "If you strike me, like if you hit me, if you slap me, I will embrace you." It reminds me of this song by Tobe Mwingwe. He released the song in 2020. Yeah, 2020. Yeah. It's called "Try Jesus." On the song, and that song, when the song was released in 2020, even Christians jumped on it because you can relate, your flesh can relate. The song is titled "Try Jesus," and he goes, "Try Jesus, not me, because I throw hands. Try Jesus, don't try me, because I fight." I know what he said about getting slapped, but if you touch me or mine, we're gonna have to scrap. And a lot of people can relate with that because that is what you just naturally feel like doing, and that's the daily struggle between our flesh and the spirit, and why we need to subject our flesh to the spirit. So you see this song by Phil Wickham. You know, when, like, imagine my son coming home and telling me his colleague, or like his classmate, slapped him or bullied him or something like that, and then I get to ask him, so what did you do? And it's like, "You didn't do anything." I'm like, "You're gonna go back tomorrow. You're gonna fight back. That's the way you gotta show that, now me, now your papa born you." Do you understand? And it's wait, yeah. So I was talking about the verse 2. In verse 2, it gets even crazier. He says, "If you strike me, like if you hit me, if you slap me, if you hit me, I will embrace you. If you chain me, I'll sing his praise. And if you kill me, my home is heaven." Okay, now, look, every time I hear this song, and this is actually scriptures because the Bible says it. Jesus saying in Luke chapter 6, verse 27, "But I say to you who hear, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. To, to one who strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also. And from one who takes away your cloak, do not withhold your tunic either. Give to everyone who begs from you, and from one who takes away your goods, do not demand them back." This is the Jesus way. I think you need to listen to this song for you to really understand what it is that I'm talking about. Phil Wickham did a solid on this particular song. And I have been listening to the song since the weekend till this very point. And I think it's God's way of just like making me to surrender more to the spirit, because Jesus did not only say these words, he actually lived this life. So he told them to love their enemies and to bless those who curse them, but he actually lived it out. Imagine when he was on his way to being crucified. In fact, on the cross, he's like asking God to forgive these ones for them, for they know not what they do. Now that's the Jesus way. It's hard. Imagine now. I'm Peter. Peter is me because Peter is like, yo, what's going on here? He pulls out his sword and he strikes the soldier, cuts his ear off. And Jesus says, no, Peter, you're not going to do that. That's not how we roll here. That's not the Jesus way. And he tells him, it kind of like scolds him, so to say, as if that was not bad enough. Now, Jesus goes a step forward and actually heals the guy and puts the ear back. Ah, oh, more. So it's a flesh versus spirit thing. For example, following the Olympics opening ceremony and all that mockery that was made of Christianity, right? And you hear a lot of people saying, oh, if it was Islam, would they try this? And people are saying, some people are even saying boycott the Olympics. That's even okay. But some of the people are even almost insinuating that, hey, you gotta like fight back. And I do get that. I totally get that. But then is that the Jesus way? Brings us to that question as well, to how do you in the Jesus way get to deal with toxic relationships, or deal with toxic people, or deal with certain type of opposition that is damaging to your well-being or to your to your life. Yeah, because this verse 2, verse 2, he says, if you strike me, I'll embrace you. If you kill me, my home is heaven. So how do we get to protect ourselves? Yeah. But then he says, I choose the Jesus way. It talks about Jesus saying, Jesus wore my sin, so I'll gladly wear his name. Let me know what you think about this song, The Jesus Way. And not even just about the song, but about the message here, about living the Jesus way. This song is on replay right now. I'd like to know your thoughts, right? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on the next video that we will be sharing. Till then, live the Jesus way. Toodles.